Okay, let's do a little mirror video. So this has been loose. Basically, I think this is pretty common, but this back piece had broke off. They had taken drilled a hole through here, put like a little sheet metal screw in there, and that may have worked, but for whatever reason, the set screw, I guess, wasn't, because it's all the way down, you can see there, and it just wasn't catching. One problem I'm having right now is this. It looks like it's some kind of helical or something in there, and it seems like it's spinning on me. Things kind of get worse and worse as I dig into this. Then I was thinking, well, surely this cable has, the adjustment cable comes loose, because this side seems to be pretty well fastened. There's got to be a way to take these wires off though, and I'm going to figure it out without cutting them, of course, because you got to be able to, you see that hole isn't very big, so I mean they got to fish through there somehow. So I'm thinking it's going to be on this end. It's not real obvious though. On this side, the mirror side, I was hoping, when I saw that end, I was like, well, surely in the mirror side there's somewhere to get them to come loose. And they're actually like up inside the mirror there. But you see, you got to get the wire out to get the new plate on. So, base plate. So, yeah, it's going to be fun. It's stuff like this on these cars is never cut and dry. You know, from the screw that I can't get out to the cable that I can't figure out how to pull through. Okay, I figured it out. It wasn't hard. Basically, you got some pliers and you just squeeze this together, there and there. This on a spring, right? That's how this adjusts. And then this beveled in, you get the wire gets loose, the beveled in slips out of there, and then you get the skinny part of the wire up here, and then that pulls out. These are color coordinated. You see, red, yellow, green, I'm guessing green. So you will have to put them in back the right way. Okay, so I can grab the end of this. I'm calling it a helical. It's just like a threaded insert. There's no nut on it. I can't touch it with my hands, so I'm about to get these pliers and a screwdriver with the other hand, reach up and just kind of do the old reach around here, you know, and get it that way by myself instead of doing what I should do and call somebody to help me. But yeah, I'll get my pliers and hand up in there and hold back up on it and take that out. So it's fun, lots of fun. Just to show you, that is it out of the car. Yeah, the old one. So yeah, there is a pin that sits behind this, and that was, you know, this was broke back here, so that wasn't holding that pin down good. And then you can kind of see, I don't know, I mean the set screw side looked okay, but I think it was just that this back here they couldn't ever get to set down good. So since the screw part of it was broke. So that goes in the trash. And now we just replace this plate, run our wire back through, hook the wires back up, and screw the mirror down. That's pretty much it. Okay, my phone died kind of mid-filming, but I got this plate on, and then I was screwing it down, and I was like, what in the, it ain't working still. And then I realized that there is supposed to be a pin back there that fits up under there, right? And then that gives the set screw something to press against and lock it in place. It was missing. There was still a hole in it, or there was a hole in it, so it just like fell out. So I cut one of my little pick tools, and it was just the right diameter. I mean, it fit in that hole just about perfect. Cut one of these, one of the ones I don't use often. Cut a little, you know, 1/2 inch long piece. Of course, ruined the tool, but might save me from making a mirror or buying a mirror. And yeah, use a little JB weld around it, kind of secure it in place. We will see how it works. I don't know. If it doesn't work, we buy a new mirror for that side. I already have a mirror for this side, and you can see the pin It is in that one that I'm talking about. So yeah, that is what they were struggling with on this car, keeping that mirror secure. And yeah, so we'll let it dry, come back out in the morning, tighten this thing up. Hopefully it will, you know, go in and everything will work and I don't have to buy a new mirror. 'Cause I think these are fairly expensive, if I remember. That one doesn't have the controls on it. And I still think it's over $100. So I imagine that one is fairly pricey. But I am going to just come out tomorrow. I do have this one marked where the mirror goes on this side. I believe it's like that, or the other way around, I guess. Like that. Yeah. So I'll drill a hole there, even this up, and then come drill this other hole. And I am going to just use screws, sheet metal screws. I'm not going to put any kind of helical or anything in it. And if the sheet metal screws fall out, I'll probably use something like that. Use little round head screws, kind of the screw kits, but I'll use a couple of those. And if they fall out eventually, then we will drill a bigger hole and put a helical on. That's all I can say about that. Not going to spend much time on it. Yeah, I'll use screws or something similar to that. I am about to wrap it up. I'm going to put some transmission fluid in this old girl, crank her up, put the transmission fluid, special check it at idle, and kind of pick up, move the car over. I guess I'll throw the seat back in. I've pretty much got the electrical buttoned up for now. I gotta figure out wrong them damn gauges. I'll just put a couple nuts on the seat. Enough to drive it in and out of here. I do think I can button down the passenger seat. So let me do that. Passenger seat, kind of loosely get the driver's seat in so I can move the car over and put some transmission fluid in it, and then I'll be done with that. I think that'll be enough for today. It's 7. I've been out here since before 8. You know, it hadn't been a real hard day. Had fans blowing on me directly all day. Got the windows done. I'm happy with them. Okay. Success first thing in the morning. It ground a little bit off of that pin, not much, and it finally slid up in the little housing for it. Put the set screw down, you can see it's not even all the way in, and it started tightening up. So I'm definitely happy with that. I'm gonna get my adjustment wires hooked back up to the housing, and probably go ahead and try to stick this little Thunderbird emblem back on it, and go on to this mirror here. So I'm gonna have both the outside mirrors done. This one's got a little Thunderbird emblem spot for it too. But yeah, I've got one hole laid out right there, and my plan is to drill it. It is the back hole. Yeah, and then just try to stick this on there, line it up, drill the other hole, and then screw these suckers down. So, well, it was not at all what I planned on doing this morning, but yeah, I got on thinking I was going to put the Thunderbirds on there, and thought I needed these little bitty clips here to make it work, and figured out these were for here, not the mirrors. And I still don't know what goes in these mirror holes, because those will not fit, or I could not get them to fit. And the bird just kind of sits on there, so I'm not sure. I don't know. They have some smaller clips, but you see the backs of these pins they're not near as long as those on like the Thunderbird emblems. So I don't think that's how that attaches. Yeah, I don't really know. It didn't come with anything else. The only thing I could think of would be glue, which I got some contact cement to try that, but I only have one of these anyway, so I think I'm just gonna wait on that and do that later. I'll go ahead and get this Thunderbird emblem on, and and be done. Just be done with this little project right here. Just to show you what I'm doing here with this, they've got these little pins, metal pins. That's the big ones. Where's the small ones? There is a small one that I've kind of bent all to hell. There they are. And you do got to kind of bend the ends of some of them to get them in there to get them started. And then I just take my little ball peen hammer, just gently tap them in. That one gets covered for some reason. Camera shot. There it goes. Yeah, get it flush with the body and get them all in, and then just basically stick your emblem in. It's pretty easy. Alright, that side's done too. Got both my emblems. That's sweet. Again, not what I was planning on doing this morning, but definitely not important. But it is done. So, move on to the other mirror now. Alright, mirror number 2 is on. I'm going to get inside and clean up some glass cleaner where the rear view sticks, because I know that is a glue and I need to read the instructions. Actually, I know there. Okay. We're going to see how this works. There's my mirror. There's that's my base there, I believe. Yeah. Alright. We'll see how it works, but I've done one of these in I think in my Isuzu Ombre many years ago. It had fallen out, but I know it can be done, but yeah, I guess I'm gonna read these instructions and just follow them and stick this sucker on there. Okay, all the mirrors are ready. Well, the base is. I gotta wait 30 minutes before I actually hang the mirror off of it, but it is there. And it's easy. You just use the little cleaner applicator they have, wait a minute, put 2 drops of glue on it, and then hold it for a minute, and it is stuck after that. So not much to that. I assembled my mirror and held it up there, kind of got an idea where I wanted it. If you have an old mirror, you can mark on the outside where it goes, but in this case we didn't have an old mirror, so yeah. But that's where she's gonna be. So we got upgrades on the Thunderbird, safety upgrades, make it a little easier to drive. So let's move on. Time to dive into some electrical work.